If I can have a year, 12 months that had 8 months of fall, 2 months of winter, 1 of spring, and 1 of summer, I would be a happy camper. Hey guys, welcome to Smells Like Heaven XO. My name is Kari. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for supporting my channel. Today I have a huge fall haul for you guys. I also have like a semi-sass haul. It's very small. I only have 2 items, so I'm going to talk about those first. First item is a 3-wick candle. I did replace the one that I burned through this year. So I burned through one of these this past summer, replaced it with another one. It was $10.99. It was part of the SAS $10.99 candles. And then I remember thinking I should have gotten 2. I love that candle so much. I should have gotten 2. This is the 3rd year that we have this fragrance, and it is Santorini Coast by Bath & Body Works. Well, obviously. Creamy coconut, almond blossom, and warm vanilla. My favorite floral notes are the ones that also like are related to food or like ingredients. So orange blossom is my favorite floral fragrance ever. And almond blossom is right behind it. It just smells so good, and I love nut notes, and I love coconut, and I'm not afraid of vanilla. This is a beautiful, beautiful blend. It's soft and sweet and just so beautiful, and even though it's a summer fragrance, it gives like cozy summer. It just smells so good. This smells amazing. So I now have 2 of these. Before I went to pick that candle up, I remember thinking I couldn't find them anywhere. They sold out really quick when they went to like $10.99. And I remember thinking I should have gotten another one. I couldn't find it anywhere. So the day before I got this candle, I was thinking, shoot. And then the day after, I went to go pick up a BOPUS order at my local mall. And I saw this one by itself. It was the only one left. And I just saw it under the $10.99 3-wick sign. So I just decided to pick it up. It was a sign. It was meant to be with me. Next item I have is a body care item, and it is in FFM. I do have one of these, and that's a Getaway Soiree. This has Sunkissed Mandarin, Tuberose, and Solar Musk. Again, this is right up my alley. This is a dupe for Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. I do have that shimmer mist, and I just love suntan fragrances. Somehow, some way last year, I became super obsessed with suntan fragrances. Before that, you couldn't get me to buy them in candle form, in any form. I just didn't like them. But then they came out with Solar Shine, and that's a dupe for Sol de Janeiro. That's what they say. But it has coconut and some other stuff in it, and it smells like the most beautiful, luscious, sweet, delicious suntan fragrance with coconut added inside. And I love coconut. You guys already know I love coconut. So after that, I became obsessed with suntan fragrances. I love Gingham Glow. I have all of those. And then this came out, and I got one of these. I only got one, so this is my second one on. I'm really happy to have this. This just smells amazing. This is an amazing, elegant suntan type fragrance. Those are the only 2 products that I got for like the tail end of SAS. The candle I got last week, the FFM I picked up today. I just went to my Bath & Body Works again to pick up a BOPUS order, and they had a ton of these out. All of a sudden, they had a ton of these out on a cart somewhere. And so they also had more of the Floral Fantasy and more of some other ones. So I was just really happy to see that. And I said, I might as well get another one. That's another sign, because this was nowhere to be seen. Now we're going to move on to some other items. The next items that I'm about to show you are items that I've never bought from Bath & Body Works before, but I saw that they were on sale last week. And they also had them in a fragrance that I absolutely love, and that's whipped honey and vanilla. So these are the hanging fragrance diffusers, and basically I'm pretty sure these are the ones that go in your car. I guess you can hang them around your house, but I'm putting these in my car. I love whipped vanilla and honey. Absolutely love it. It's coming out in body care this year for fall too, and I'm gonna go absolutely crazy. Just when you think like that you can discipline yourself and do all this, they just start coming out with stuff that makes you like spend your coin, and I don't appreciate it. I do, but I don't. Anyway, I got 4 of these. These were on sale for $2.95, and I paid a total of like $11. I think I had a coupon or something. I don't remember, but I paid $11 for 4 of these, and I'm gonna start using these in like mid or late August. I'm super excited to have them. Never bought these before from Bath & Body Works. I usually just go to the car wash and buy my little car freshener, but I'm super happy to have these. I just took a chance on them because it was my favorite fragrance. Next, there was a single wick sale again last week, and it was a $5.95 single wick sale. And I told you guys in my last video that I wanted another one of these candles, and that's none other than Espresso Martini. This is my first year smelling this candle, and I absolutely adore it. It smells amazing. It just smells amazing. It just smells so good. It smells exactly like what the name says. So I just decided to pick up a second one of these. So I now have 2 of these. Next, we're gonna move on to wallflowers. There was a wallflower sale. There was a $3.95 and a $3.50. I went in and I was gonna get like 8 of these, and then I subtracted it down to 6, and then I just said these 3 are the ones that I absolutely want. So one of them is State Fair, and this has notes of fresh kettle corn, maple pecans, and caramel drizzle, and it smells exactly like what you would get at like a state fair. It just smells really delicious, really fresh, and just really good. So I remember I saw this, and I remember saying at the next sale I'm gonna pick at least one of these up. So I'm glad that I have this. Next one I got is none other than almond croissant. This has notes of toasted almonds, vanilla glaze, and flaky croissant. When this first debuted in spring of 2024, you guys, if you follow me on IG, you'll know that I was disappointed with it. I love almond croissants. I love bakery, sweet bakery desserts. I'm a dessert girly at heart. And so I love my desserts and I love my pastries and stuff. I love almond croissants. So when this came out, I was a little bit disappointed. And the ones that I had near me had like a chemical smell to it. I didn't like it, and it didn't have that like buttery croissant smell to it. It was mostly just almond and the vanilla. So I was a bit disappointed, but they re-released it, I think either for the fall or the spring this year. I don't know. They re-released this, and it smelled much better than what they had in the springtime. So I decided to take a chance on it, and I was just in the mood for something nice and sweet and gourmand. So I got one of these. The last one that I got is none other than Library Nook. This has scents of antique papyrus, fresh espresso, and cozy study spot. The espresso note in this candle is really what makes it so like niche and unique, because it does smell like a library. Not like a library, but what you could imagine like a bookstore, like an old bookstore or an old library to smell like, as weird as that sounds. But it also has like the coffee in the background, so you smell like it smells like you're in a bookstore and a cafe like combined. I love this. I put 4 in my cart because I figured it was probably going to be sold out, or you know, whatever the case is. So I ended up just going with one, and I told myself if it's on sale again, I'll just pick up another one. So I got one of these, and those are the only 3 wallflowers that I got. I don't particularly purchase wallflowers a lot because I like to use my candles for home fragrance. I only use my wallflowers in my bathrooms, and when I put them in my bathrooms, they take like 6 weeks to even finish, and that's like on the high setting. I've tried that before. That's on the high setting. Now, of course, when we're spending our money on things, we're not looking to finish them quickly. Of course not. But these are probably not the best thing for me to hoard because of how long they take me to get through. Versus with body care, it takes me 3 to 4 weeks to get through any body care item, whether it be an FFM, body cream, body lotion, whatever. It takes me about 4 to 5 days to get through a candle, so to speak. So I don't want to rush through any of my products, but I also don't want to like hoard products that takes me forever to get through. And if I would have got like 20 of these and they take me 6 weeks to get through, I would just have a drawer full of just endless wallflowers. And I'd rather do that with items that I actually use, and I can cycle them out and cycle them in on a more frequent basis. But I'm super happy for these 3. It's giving super duper fallness, and I'm really happy that I got those. Next, we're going to move on to some hand soaps. I did not go crazy this year on hand soaps. I only got 3 fall hand soaps. I have a few sweet whiskeys in my collection already. I have a fall festival or 2. I have a ton of cherry almond shortbread. I hoarded that one because I fell in love with it last year. And that's about it. So I plan on dwindling down my hand soap collection point blank period. So I did not go crazy this year with the hand soaps, and I only got 3, and I'm going to show you guys. One of them is Honey Wildflower. And this one has crisp pear, fresh wildflowers, and sweet honey. And this is a beautiful, beautiful, fruity, sweet, floral fragrance. The pear in this is just, it takes it to a like completely different level. And the floral note is not too much. It's not in your face. For anybody that doesn't like florals or like hates like strong, pungent florals, this is probably like what you would like. It just smells so good and so sweet and so juicy. It's just a beautiful blend. I had this one last year and I really enjoyed it. I also had it in a candle. I had issues with the candle, but nonetheless, the candle smelled amazing. So I decided to pick one up this year. Next, I got none other than Champagne Apple and Honey, my favorite apple fragrance from Bath & Body Works. This has crisp apple, sparkling champagne, and jasmine honey. This is just the most delicious, sweet, elegant apple fragrance. Probably not the most elegant, but it just smells so good. It's that champagne in here. Like the apple and honey would be great in and of itself, but that champagne note adds like the smallest hint of like fizz to it. Ew, oh my god, it smells so good. It just smells so sweet and so delicious. And I love it. So I love this. I have this in the body care. I love it in the candle form, and I got it in a hand soap because why not? It's one of my favorite fragrances. Lastly, I picked up none other than football season, and I love the packaging this year. This has, well, it says cozy up on the bleachers with a warm flannel and notes of fresh fallen leaves and autumn air. And that's exactly what this is, a fresh, cozy, beginning of fall type of fragrance. It just smells so fresh. It does smell like a combination of fresh air and fresh leaves. Not in the most natural sense of it all, but if you were to get something that will like imitate that, this is definitely it. And that flannel note in here, not that flannel is a note, but clearly the flannel's in the description, and it gives that cozy flannel type clothing aspect to it, as weird as that sounds. And it's just so fresh and so delicious. I was going to pick this up in a 3-wick. As you guys know, there was another $12.95 3-wick sale, and then for Sunday they slapped on a flash 20% off, and I definitely took advantage of that. This was in my cart, but then I told myself I'll wait till a later time to get this. If they have it during a good sale, I'll just wait, because I do have this in a single wick, so I just don't want to go crazy. As much as I wanted it, it was so hard to put it back, but I did put it back. So I have this now in a hand soap and in a single wick, and I love this fragrance. Those are the only 3 fall soaps that I picked up. I'm dwindling down my collection of hand soaps, like I told you guys. And I use my hand soaps at work. If you guys, the ones who have been here, you already know that I work in healthcare. I wash my hands every 10 to 15 to 20 minutes at my job because I have to, and because I want to, because I'm working with people, with other people. I'm working with sick people. I'm working with people that don't know how to clean themselves properly and don't know how, you know, stuff like that. So I wash my hands frequently at my job. I wash my hands 10 to 20 times more at my job than I do at my house. And because I love variety and I love just trying different fragrances and all that stuff, I buy a lot of soaps. I buy all different types of soaps to use and to enjoy. So it just works out so perfectly for me to bring them to my job. I get the most use out of my hand soaps at my job, and my coworkers do use them. I put them in the bathroom, or I put them in like my in my supply room. But if I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm gonna stop putting them in the bathrooms, and I'm only gonna keep them in my supply room, in the supply room at my job, to use for my own personal use. Because I just feel like it would be a nice change, and then I just won't have such a large hand soap collection anymore. Although I loved my collection and I enjoyed every fragrance in there, I just want it to be a little tiny bit more manageable. So I'm just at that place right now where I want it to be a little bit more manageable, and I won't be emptying like 6, 7, 8 hand soaps every month anymore. It'll probably be like 2 or 3, and I won't buy as many either. I've been through all the seasons with the hand soaps. The reason why I went so crazy in 2024, if you guys follow me, is because I was finally in a financial position to buy whatever I wanted, versus only having to choose between 1 or 2 or 3, which just drove me crazy. In 2024, I was able to buy whatever I wanted, and I did. And I got to test everything out and use everything out: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So I think, like the same way a lot of people that have been shopping Bath and Body Works for like years, and some people like a couple of decades, those people don't buy as frequently as newcomers like me do, because they've tried it all, they've seen it all, they've smelled it all. There's only so much that you can come up with. Although Bath and Body Works is coming out with new stuff all the time, not all the time, not as much as they used to. But you know, I understand how those people feel. The OG Bath and Body Works people. They're like, okay, this is boring. This is boring. I have this. I have that. That's kind of where I'm at in my journey right now. I'm not tired of everything, but I don't feel the need to go crazy and buy all different types of things because I've smelled it all. I'm able to have more discernment. I'm able to curate my personal taste even more now, which was the goal at the end of the day. So I love pear and fragrance. Actually, that's a terrible example, but there are certain notes and certain fragrances where it's like, okay, I don't need 5 or 10 different apple fragrances. For the people that love apple fragrances, that's a different story. That's a completely different story. But that's where I am. So I only got 3 hand soaps, and I'm really happy about that. And I want to keep on doing that going forward. So Hopefully they don't release a whole bunch of stuff that just makes me go crazy. Sorry for that little side rant. We're gonna move back on to body care for the fall haul. I did have on my checklist or on my want list a Book Loft FFM. I don't need it in a moisturizer or maybe a shower gel, but not really. I really just wanted it in an FFM because this is very like cologne forward. It just smells so darn good. So darn good. It smells so good. It has bergamot, neroli, and cozy woods. It does lean masculine. It is a nice cologne scent, but it's super cozy. And similar to the way that Library Nook gives off like bookstore cafe type vibes, this also gives off like a personal library, like the personal library of a antique personal library, but they put it in like a beautiful smelling body care form. So I only want this in the FFM, and I'm super happy that they came out with this in body care this year. That is like amazing. They came out with the candle last spring, and I was obsessed since I first smelled it. And then they released it again for that fall, and then here we are again with the body care. So I'm happy. I just want the FFM as like a cologne for myself or a perfume for myself. This is super strong. I can't even imagine how this would not last a long time given how like strong and pungent the fragrance is. So that's all I got for Book Loft. Next, there was a wellness sale for $5.95, you guys. And some of our favorites came back. Mainly the main favorite for a lot of us was Milk, the Milk fragrance body care for the wellness. I was obsessed with this when it was released last year, and I just love it so much. It smells amazing. This is the most beautiful thing ever. The fragrance notes are sugared oats and whipped milk, and that is literally what it smells like, but with a body care type taste to it. This smells so darn good and cozy and delicious. This is amazing. I got 2 moisturizing body washes because I have one of these already, and I've used it like half of it, and I was in that shower, I didn't want to get out because it just smelled so darn good. It smelled so good. So I was waiting for a sale to get 2 more of these. I have a body butter in Milk already that I was also using at the time that I was using that body wash. And I got 2 soaps because I want it to last. Body butters do last, actually. I feel like the body butters are, out of all the moisturizers in Bath & Body Works with the lotions and the body creams, the body butters last the longest. They take the longest to actually like begin to even go bad, but I wanted to get 2 lotions. So I wanted to get the lotion. They last longer. And I'm just happy to have 2 lotions. I'm happy to have 2 lotions. I'm happy. I'm gonna go through these. These I'm gonna go through, so I'm not too happy about it, but I don't want to hoard body care anymore. But I'm not gonna lie, I might get some more because I love Milk. I love this line that they came out with. It is absolutely amazing. Smells so good. Next, we have 2 more items, and these are 2 items that I don't typically splurge on. Typically, I used to only use my rewards to buy these items. I never even use my rewards on body care, really. I only use my rewards on these 2 items, and that's the wallflowers and candle holders. As you guys know, as of May, they made candle holders and wallflowers like ineligible for rewards. I think that is absolutely insane. And I hope that they change it. I hope that they do change that. But then again, with people like me out in the world who will then splurge on these items, what incentive do they have to change it? But I promise you guys, this is it. I love fall, and these are 2 items that I wanted to splurge on. But going forward, I won't be splurging anymore because I want them to become rewards eligible again. These 2 weren't even rewards eligible, but you know what I mean. So one of the things I did get, like I told you, was a wallflower, and I got a 20% off coupon. So even then, as crazy as it is, I did spend $27 on this, and that is the bookstore wallflower. I'm sitting right next to my bookshelf that is full of books. I have a Kindle. I do enjoy reading. It is not my number 1 hobby. It's not, but I do enjoy reading a good book, and I have a ton of books to get through. Anyway, who needs a Barnes & Noble? This is so beautiful. This is so freaking beautiful. It does light up, and it does show images on the wall and stuff. But I saw this, and I had to get this. This was just so freaking cute. The colors, the gold, everything about this. I splurged on this and I don't regret it because I don't typically splurge on wallflower plugs ever. I have always used rewards, so I told myself this year it's okay to splurge, and I did. $27 for this, and I love it and I'm super happy. So that's one of the fall items that I got. I can't imagine that I'll be doing this for winter. I don't think I will at all, actually. I'm not going to splurge during winter time. Fall is just my favorite season, and I like to do a lot of decorative and seasonal type celebratory things for fall. I would be one of the happiest human beings alive. Now this next item is a candle holder. This is the last one in the haul today, and I did a BOPUS order for this. If you guys follow me on IG, you already know what it is. I decided to splurge on this too. They had a 20% off flash coupon like I told you, and I bought this as well. I did BOPUS, and I'm super surprised that I'm surprised that they had one left. I'm surprised that nobody hopped on this. But I've been eyeing this one, so I'm just super surprised that I was even able to get this. I guess I was one of the lucky ones. The store associate told me that I was super lucky because she said this one was super popular, and it's one of the prettiest candle holders that they have. So I used the 20% off coupon with this, and it came down to $27, the same as that wallflower. And it's the leafy glass candle holder. This is very light. It's not that heavy. So I'm feeling like this is like more plastic than anything, which I am, of course, like, you know, a little bit upset about, but that's okay. We'll get past it. I got this one instead of the orange one because I felt like this one was way more versatile for all 3 months of fall. So versus having that orange pumpkin which was just as beautiful, it was very beautiful, but I feel like the orange pumpkin made it so that you can't really bring it into November, or it was just an orange pumpkin, versus this one being a clear like pumpkin shape, and it has, you know, red and orange leaves. I could use this in September, October, and November if I wanted to. Just a little bit more versatile. So this is what I got. I'm gonna take extra care of this, and I'm super happy that I was able to get it. We have another like flash % off sale coming up tomorrow, I think tomorrow, and if it's a 40% off, I'm gonna be upset, and I'm gonna try this again, and I'm not kidding. I'm gonna do another BOPUS order, buy this again. Hopefully I get it, and hopefully it works, and I'm gonna do the 40. If it's a 40% off, I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna just return this one, because absolutely not. But I'm happy to have this $27. I'm happy to have it, and this is my candle holder. So that's it for my fall haul, you guys. That's everything for now. Of course, I will be having future hauls because I just did a huge candle purchase online, as many of us did. I took advantage of that 20% off. And yeah, that's it. So I have that haul coming, that haul video coming when my products actually arrive. And then, of course, for fall 2, I'm sure that you guys saw some of the products that were being released for fall 2, and a lot of them sound absolutely delicious. I already have a checklist for fall 2 of what I'm getting, and I'm definitely getting whipped honey and vanilla body care, multiples in whipped honey and vanilla, and then I'm also gonna hopefully I like the new candles that are gonna come out, the gourmand ones, the strawberry strudel, and all of those, the pumpkin cold foam. I'm excited to smell that. So hopefully I like them, but I do have a list. So more fall hauls to come. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. It was much more talkative than normal, than what I normally talk, I think. I've been aiming so high to do like short videos, like 10 minutes and under, but I don't think that's like the best way to go about things going forward. So anyway, enough chit chat, enough yapping. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I'm excited to watch you guys' fall haul videos as I've been doing, and I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day.